Or not. Guess they didn't want to do the countdown
I
tonight.
guess not.
Okay. I guess we just went live. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that hasn't happened in a while, but yeah, we are live, folks. So countdown or no, this is Fowl Territory 348. I'm Gizzard Gary, and welcome one and all. And as you can see, I have Rich White with me. Good evening.
Hello.
And we have one more panelist just entered the studio. Say hello to all the way from, see if he's ready, the Keystone State. Welcome, Guns and Barbecue.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yo.
Welcome aboard the Fowl Territory Express.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, fancy schmancy, huh? Let's go ahead and start the ticker because we do have a giveaway tonight, as we do every Fowl Territory. The hashtag to enter the giveaway is #FT348. Funny how that coincides, right, with the number of the show. It's just kind of coincidence and all that stuff. But out there in the audience this evening, the first one in was DJ Play Nice. And once the show started, we have Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy out there. We have Woods from the PNW. We have Dale Pogue. We have Guns and Barbecue, who put in last week's hashtag. Man, you didn't win last week. You might want to try this week's hashtag. We got Alaska One, Andy, Pack Rats Attic is out there, Rich White out there, and then here Guns and Barbecue with the right hashtag, and Boomstick is out there. All right. Well, how is everybody this evening in this wonderful, now home of hockey, the United States of America?
Oh.
I said it. That's right. I said it. Any Canadians out there care to disagree with me? Come on.
Yeah, they can take it up with the eagle on my picture.
Oh, Woods wants to know. He has a question. What are your two favorite gun makers? Mine are Mossberg and Ruger. Well, let's let the panel answer that. How about you, Rich? If you were posed that question.
What I own the most of is Smith & Wesson, so I guess you could have to put them there.
Mm-hmm.
And for the second one, I don't know, because I honestly never really thought about it. I do like Mossberg. We'll go with Mossberg.
I do not own a Mossberg. I don't dislike Mossberg. I just don't happen to own any. But fair enough. Guns and Barbecue. What say you?
This is tough. First one, definitely Ruger. Just to be different, I'm going to say Colt.
And I'd like to say hello to Gun Websites, who just gifted 5 Gizzard Gary memberships. I think that's probably worthwhile of at least a gong. Let's go ahead and give him a gong. Webs, like our recipients are Woods, Cody C55, 80 CB750K, Tacos, and Luminous D99 are our winners. So thank you very much for that, G-Webs. I appreciate it. I do. Real quick, we've had some people jump in, so let's go back and see who I have missed. It looks like Kentucky Rimfire Justin is out there. Ozzy Osborne is barking at the moon out there. Also, I wonder from down under, TJ Fishing and Shooting all the way from Australia is out there. So, also Alex Parlin is in the audience, and J Delta 22 NC is out there. So we got 20 people rounding it up. As for me, my two favorite gun manufacturers right now, Smith & Wesson for sure, And who would be my second favorite? If you go by what I own the most of, I guess you'd have to go with Taurus. I don't dislike Taurus. I own plenty of them in many different calibers and stuff like that. So
Should have said High Point.
I do own a High Point. Right now, the only High Point I own is my carbine.
Same here.
And I like that. I like that carbine. I like it a lot. Now, I also own a few Glocks. I own a Ruger or two. Lots of different things out there. Two Life Moo is out there. He says, hello from 24.5 degrees latitude. So, yeah, some people, go ahead if you want to put out there in the chat, my viewers out there, your two favorite gun manufacturers. Dale Pogue says Smith & Wesson in Springfield. Denny's Plant-Based Journey is out there. He says LWRC for my AR, Mossberg Shoddy Shadow Systems, SIG 365, Smith & Wesson BG2 for CC. Ruger is up. Well, he's got a lot of things named there. Several high-powered rifle brands and more. I'll go with my two. My SIG 365X Macro and SWBG2. Wood says good answers all.
Yeah, earlier on, Kentucky Rimfire Justin said Remington and Winchester.
Oh, did I miss him? I know the chat kind of zipped by. He did. Remington and Winchester.
Yeah, that was when you were saying hi to everybody.
Let's see. Alaska One Andy says Rigger and TC contenders. Hey, I caught one you missed. How about that? Cool. Cool. Mr. Bob Dabalina is out there. And he says, based on numbers, I'd go with Colt and Beretta. J Delta says CZ and IWI. TJ Fishing says Lithgow or Lithgow, however you pronounce that. Not familiar with it. We have Ron 2A Matters out there in the audience. So yeah, good questions. Good questions out there. So what's going on, guys? It's Monday. And as I said, we own hockey now.
Yeah,
men's and women's hockey.
Double gold medals, both against Canada. Both scores 2-1.
In overtime.
Yeah.
Both golden goals. Now, who all got up and watched the men's final Sunday morning?
I did not watch
I
it.
did. I got up at 7 o'clock my time because the game started at 7:10 Central. And realized I was on the overnight mouse party with DM Foss, and I didn't get to bed till 4. So, yeah, I got about 3 hours sleep and got up and watched the men's final. Wonderful hockey game. One of the best, if not the best hockey game I've ever watched in my life. Really good, close game. TJ Fishing watched it. Of course, he's in a little bit different time zone. Mr. Bob says, I watched it, but I'm retired. Yeah, same here. I just realized I don't have my camera on. There I am. I'm waving at the camera. I'm like, I don't even have my camera on. How about that?
Yeah, Moo apparently can't count to 2 unless he then counts to 3.
What's he counting?
Yeah, he put 3 instead of 2. So apparently he can't count to 2 unless he then counts to 3.
Packrat Addict says I should add Daewoo to my list. Yeah. But yeah, I got up and watched that thing, and I think a lot of people throughout the country did. And of course, quite a bit of social media activity afterwards, jabs back and forth between Canada and the U.S.
Coach whining about the 3v3 overtime rule. Right.
It's like, why are they griping about 3-on-3? They couldn't even score when it was 5-on-3. There was there's a double penalty there for about a minute and a half where they had a 5-3 advantage and we killed it.
If you got almost a full 5-on-3 and you can't score,
they could not score.
Shut up. Shut up.
We killed a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half. Yeah. But yeah, pretty exciting. Yeah, the guy who scored the winning goal for the United States he caught a high stick in his mouth and had
he did.
Had a tooth chipped pretty
more
visibly.
Than chipped. Broken half.
Yeah, broken half. Yeah. And he did not take himself out of the game. Nope. Like a true hockey player, he got right back in there, scored the winning goal. I know not everybody out there are sports fans, and I don't get a chance to watch a lot of hockey. I enjoy watching hockey and Olympic stuff. I think I'd rather watch that sometimes than I would professional. So Alex Parlin says Krieghoff and Benelli. Okay.
You did miss Moose, I think. He and G Webs. They put
I did. Let's say G Web said something about North American Arms
and Glock.
Okay. Yeah. I do own a couple North American Arms. I do enjoy their products.
Yeah, and again, Moo can't count just to 2. He has to go to 3. So he has Smith & Wesson, Winchester, and Bull Armory.
Wood says, okay, what gun company do you not like so much? Barbecue is PSA. Let's welcome to the panel G Webbs. He's decided to join us. Good evening.
Howdy. Thanks for the link. Thanks for hosting.
You bet. Calamity Gene is also in the audience. So
we can only pick 2 that we don't like.
What's that?
So if we can only pick 2 that we don't like, it's PSA and Springfield.
I think just one. He said, what gun company do you not
I'm picking
like
2.
So much? Oh, you're picking 2. Okay.
Yep, we picked 2 that we like. I'm going to make it even.
No, he's like Moo, but in his case, he can't count the 1 unless he then counts the 2. They've watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail too much. They're doing the whole hand grenade of Antioch thing here, I think.
So what was your other one, Barbecue? Wood says I'll allow it. PSA and who?
Springfield.
Springfield. Okay. Not surprised there. How about you, Rich? Who don't you like? You don't have to say why.
I don't know. I really haven't had
Jones if you don't.
No, I honestly haven't had any bad experiences with anybody really to say that there's one company that I just single out saying I don't like them. I even had a good experience with the one Kel-Tec I owned. So I don't know who I would say for one I don't like so much.
Well, maybe you don't have one.
No, I can give you one gun, and that would have been the Ruger LCP. But there's other Rugers that I've handled that were fine. So I don't know. I guess I don't have one because I haven't had an experience that would make me just single somebody out as being bad.
Well, let's put G Webbs on the hot seat. What gun company do you not like so much?
Mine has nothing to do with the guns as much as the company being dicks, Springfield.
Ozzy says Springfield doesn't make guns anymore, importer. Well, that's true, but that's been that way for years now. So,
yeah, they import some good ones and some bad ones, but they're not in it for our long run. They're in it or they've been in it for the short-term profit, and that's messed up. And then they just pay a bunch of people who don't care or don't know to not care and distract and, come out with a new whatever. And then they just keep hiring people, and it either makes those people tainted, like they're either idiots or they don't care, or, well, there is no option. What is it? Like they're not paying attention. They don't, like there's a company that does some horrible shit, and then just because they got some money, they're going to take their money and ignore the dumb stuff. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, so that for that reasons.
Let's see. Calamity Jean says Jennings. Denny says, one, I don't like Keltec, specifically the P3AT. That thing will destroy your hand when you shoot it. I'm very happy with the Ruger LCP series, LCP2, but the Bodyguard 2.0 is taken over. TJ Fishing says, I don't like Seiko only because I can't afford one. Kentucky Rimfire says High Point and Keltec. Pack Rats Addict says Keltec. Wood says Bursa and Springfield. Pack Rat's first choice was Sky. Wood says, I love my LCP. It's in my pocket now. You want to know what's in my pocket now? G-Webs would appreciate it. He would appreciate it from two different aspects because it is a North American Arms Pug. Yes.
Now, do I win it? Did I win it? Do I get it now?
Well, more often than not, if I'm sitting here in my leisure shorts, that's what's in my pocket. Yeah. Just walking around the apartment. It's a gun. Hopefully it'll get me back to my bigger guns. But yeah. So, yes, I do. I do indeed carry North American Arms. Probably more often than I carry anything else, and that's pretty sad, but that's true because I'm in here more often than not.
Well, if we go by what we carry the most, I carry my SIG P365 more than anything else.
Let's see. Denny says my Bodyguard 2.0 is sitting on a stand beside me right now. Mine is actually in the bedroom in the nightstand, but all I have to do is open up the drawer. It's not locked or anything. I can get to it real quick. So yeah.
I'm not a big fan of bitching about guns. I think it's not conducive to anything since guns aren't a singular thing. You know what I mean? Like if we switch it to hand drills or cordless drills, there's a place for Harbor Freight cordless drills. There's a place for really, really nice ones that you would use for like, some kind of intricate work, maybe on an airplane or something. And then there's ones that you would use on a skyscraper, for putting in rivets and shit. So to suggest that all guns are somehow the same and that the ones that are meant to be like fire extinguishers, since a lot of guns are emergency use only, like, here's an inexpensive gun you can afford to buy and you can afford to carry and afford to have the peace of mind, but you're not going to take this gun to the range every day because we're making it out of a material and making it of a design that's aged, right? Not a high-tech design, not high-tech materials, but the price is affordable, and I will not write off the low-end inexpensive firearms that we take for granted, that created the idea that you can carry a gun in your pocket, so that we eventually got concealed carry in every 50 states, and that we now are going for constitutional carry in all these different states. That didn't just come out of nowhere. That came from people who understood that I have a gun in my pocket and I'm no danger to anyone. I don't need to create legislation out of fear. And if we're going to ignore that Keltec, the P3AT, the 380, the smallest 380 at the time before the 9mm Wonder revolution happened and everyone took for granted everything that happened up before that, in about 2005 era,
right?
Then we're ignoring where we come from, and we're ignoring what got us to today. So I will never have a conversation about what guns are shit or bad or whatever, because I can challenge anybody on any of these. These guns have a place, and these guns, there's very few. Like I say, Springfield, colossal sons of bitches, tried to screw Illinois, the last state, that didn't have concealed carry, and it was holding out. And they at that time they pulled that bullshit. And like I say, and then just instead of taking it, like some companies will just take it and go, hey, I did a bad thing, and move on. I can't think of an example right now, but it's possible for that to have happened. Or they just do good stuff for years and years after. Springfield just paid people. So I can, I'll bitch about actions of individuals, but when we talk about guns, I just can't get in on the And here's why. Because when I was doing my research on the Ring of Fire guns, the inadvertent bitching by people who thought they were gun experts was used as testimony to get these guns to be illegal in California, because the antis can point to gun experts, quote unquote, suggesting that these guns have no value. And that's ridiculous. So anybody who's going to publicly go out and say these guns are garbage, get ready to be the fodder and the examples of anti-gunners saying that you as an expert said that this gun shouldn't exist. I'm never going to be in that position.
Yeah. When you said about the companies that redeemed themselves, I could think of one right off the bat, and that was Ruger, with Bill Ruger, with the supporting the 10-round magazine limits. And then but they've redeemed themselves 10 times over now.
Right. That was an individual at a time. And you're right. Since then, they've definitely they make guns with higher magazine capacity. So I got it. No, I don't like. It's not that I don't like the question. I'm just saying I always put that objection in. If we're going to sit around bitching, I just like to put that caveat out there that we become the people that the antis go, yeah, those guns shouldn't exist. Listen to these gun owners say about how all these guns suck.
Now, Woods earlier, he says, I need a pug in my life, not the Chinese spy dog, the NAA. Well, you can have both. Ozzy has 5 guns 2 feet away. Denny says, I agree with the qualifier. The gun needs to work and run dependably. Kentucky Rimfire Justin says, I would take a Sky over a High Point any day. To be honest, I've never owned a Sky, never shot one. I just know what I've heard other people say about them. However, if you have one and it's in good working condition, then you've got a gun. Ozzy says, I have 9 holsters hanging above me waiting to be adopted. Wood says, facts. Kentucky Rimfire Justin says, all guns matter. Gerald Muir is out there, and he says, best guns, free guns that actually work. I go along with that. There's nothing wrong with a free gun. I have been the recipient of a couple free guns, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So,
Mostly jumped in though because you were talking about the Olympics, and I don't watch the Olympics at all.
Okay.
But I heard a bunch of people talk about the Olympics, and they were saying about the girl who is a figure skater, and then also, I think, a skier.
Okay.
I wanted
Alyssa
to find
Liu.
out.
Okay.
The Chinese skier probably, and the U.S. figure skater. I wanted to find out what you guys who watch sports think about those two situations.
Well, a lot of people were, because a lot of people were praising Alyssa Liu because she came kind of out of nowhere to win the gold medal in the women's figure skating. And said, don't you people, all you right wingers are praising this person because, and you don't even know that she's woke, and said a bunch of left wing stuff. And, but the thing is, and a lot of people's point was that we don't judge people based on their beliefs so much as people who go. There were people at the beginning of the Olympics, American athletes, who made a point to go on camera and say, I'm not proud of my country, and I'm not proud of representing the United States of America. Now, Alyssa Liu, and she won her gold medal, she went out there, she draped the American flag over her shoulders, she got on camera and said, I love my country, I love what it represents, and that's really all we ask of our athletes that are representing the United States, is that you represent the United States and don't use that as a pulpit to, espouse your beliefs about how horrible the United States is. And that's kind of what that was all about.
Yeah. And then the skier you asked about, it's the exact opposite. She's an American who is skiing for the Chinese. So her father or grandfather or somebody was from China, and the Chinese government's paying her all kinds of money to ski for them instead of the United States. Meanwhile, the figure skater, her dad's a survivor of Tiananmen Square who escaped China and made it to the United States
and
became
was
a citizen.
also offered millions of dollars to have his daughter escape for China and turned it down.
Yeah, and when they turned it down, they had to go into hiding with protection from the FBI because they were worried that the Chinese were going to take retribution against them.
And she was interviewed in the last couple of days regarding some of the statements she had made. She said, well, I was young then, and I don't believe that stuff now.
The ice skater?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess what I was saying, or what I was asking, or what I heard about, and was wondering what you guys were going to say about, is that she, I guess, was a very technical person or whatever, like an athlete before, and then she took a break or whatever. And
she basically gave up skating for 2 years. Yeah.
And then she got older and then went back and skated like in a natural way or something, as opposed to like a technical way, and then still ended up winning based on
I saw her gold medal performance. She had absolutely zero nerves whatsoever out there on the ice. It was like she was just dancing for fun. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was going to ask. Was it like noticeable between her and the other people?
Yes, 100%. She was just having fun out there, but she was still hitting everything perfect, but no nerves. And she said, I wasn't even worried about it. She said, I was doing it for the joy of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what it really should be about anyway. I hate it when they get so nerve-wracking.
That's what the Olympics was supposed to be, like non-professionals who just enjoy the...
It should be.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the sport is, right?
Yeah. Go out there and do your best.
That 2-year break you were talking about, that's when her and her family were in hiding.
So she is Chinese, and then
she's half Chinese,
and then came to the United States to skate, and then
she was born here. She was born here. Her dad's from China. Her dad was one of the people that was at Tiananmen Square when they had the tanks rolling in, and the guy stopped the tank and everything. That whole scenario way back. What was that? Back in '88, I think it was. Her dad was one of those people protesting at that protest against the Chinese government. He managed to escape from China and made it here and became a citizen and met his wife, married him. They had her, and the rest is history.
I want to say hello to the gun snob out there in the audience. Also, Abigail Finnegan is out there. Wood says, if you recorded me at 22 years old back now, I'd offend so many people. Yeah. A lot of us said and did things when we were young that, a little weird. So, let's see. Block 9 is out there. He said, MC2SC 249 at Outwoods. Anybody likes these? What is that? MC2SC.
Is that the Mossberg pistol?
I was thinking that was the Mossberg, yeah. I don't know. I have shot them at SHOT Show a time or two. The Mossberg pistols, if that's what they're referenced to, I believe. Wood says, so I can forgive the lady. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But by and large, yes, other than that skier who was the one, well, there were others that basically went on record and said they hated the United States, but yet they're wearing the USA on. It's like, if you hate the United States so much, and how dare you represent, let our Olympic committee pay for you to go to Italy and represent us.
That ain't all they're doing. Don't they just sit around their whole lives off the tax dollars or whatever? Or not that tax dollars, I guess, but whoever volunteers that money. Like, so if they're losers, then a bunch of luge people pay for them to like sit around luging their entire lives.
Usually,
they don't just go to Italy. They train like all the freaking time and then go to Italy, and they're not. Nobody's, you know what I mean? Like, there's no an industry of luging or skiing or any of this shit. Like, they're only doing that as a, what do you call that? Like a entertainer, or like a competitive or like a professional athlete. So yeah, to suggest that they're unhappy with it, get the fuck out. Like, move the fuck over. There's like 12 other people at least that want that slot. You know what I mean? That appreciate it and that work just as fucking hard. Sorry.
Yeah.
Come on.
So Denny says, I'm closing in on retirement age and I still offend people. Not intentionally, but I find many people cannot handle adult conversation. Boy, that's true. Abigail says, one of my uncle's friends has a Mossberg pistol, so I might be able to try it. Wood says, if you can make the Olympic team in anything, you have focus I can't imagine. Oh, yeah. So, but there was one gal, I forget what she was, is Luge or something like that, that was 47 years old and had been doing this a number of times, but had never won a gold medal. Finally won a gold medal this year. I thought that was super cool.
You got to be half mental to do the luge. For those of you who don't know what luge is, imagine taking Rosebud from Citizen Kane, that style sled, and going down a bobsled run, laying on your back, doing that. You got to be half mental. Good Lord.
Well, what do you call it when you're on your stomach and going head first? What kind of? Because that's what she was doing. The same kind of sled, but you're going head first.
There's a couple different ones. I forget what the head first one is.
Anyway, that's scarier than hell.
Oh, it's gotta be. I couldn't see myself doing that. No.
Abigail says, is there an Olympic drinking and shit posting team? Give them time. They'll probably have that. Denny says, yep, it's basically their job. They work out multiple times per day. They have strict diets. They watch videos to make micro corrections. They spend 2 years to win in the U.S. and 2 for the Olympics. Well, that's right, because they have to win the Olympic trials first.
Well, and then they're going to, from what I understand from watching the shooting ones, they go to other states and win, nationals and different competitions in order to weed out who's the one going to the Olympics type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's their whole life. So to suggest that they're like, oh, this country sucks. Get the hell out of the line. Move over.
Kentucky Rimfire Justin says, if sleeping was an Olympic sport, I would be hella competitive. Grim Reaper Reviews is out there. He says reverse birthing. Sandy V. Gina is also out there. Laying on your stomach going head first, huh? Sounds fun. Abigail says head first at 20 plus miles per hour. I'd call that remedial. Ozzy says, I offend people all the time. You can believe what you want or you can be right like me. There you go. Wood says lose by 0.00234 of a second. Yeah, that's kind of the way that stuff works. They are really zipping around that ice. Ms. Packrat is out there. Good evening. So we got 30 people in here. Don't forget, if you're just coming in, we do have a hashtag for a giveaway. #FT348. Yes, go ahead. Somebody was saying something.
It was just barbecue ruining it.
Oh.
I don't ruin anything. You can either see it the way I see it or be wrong.
Denny says they've basically been paid to do their sport since childhood. Most of them have never had a real job. Many of them are from rich families who pay for all those coaches, etc. Well, there's probably some of that too. Yeah.
And a pile of somebody who's just gifted for something and somebody sees it right and goes, hey, that kid can throw a whatever skating line or whatever the thing is, right? And then they keep pushing it on the kid or whatever until they perfect it.
Yeah, a lot of your track and field athletes, they compete in high school, college, and then try out for the Olympic team and sometimes make it, sometimes they don't.
I never tried out for the Olympics. Ozzy says the blind guy, LOL.
That's right.
Block 9 says Mossberg's new micro subcompact MC2SC 11 plus 1 and 14 plus 1 mags 249 toothpicks or something, I guess. So yeah. Calamity Jean says headfirst sledding on my stomach got me a broken elbow, plates, and 29 screws. I hit a wishing well at the age of 12. You can't pay me to ever do that again.
No, imagine doing that, going down a water slide, basically. That's
frozen water slide.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
basically
because
what those things
it's like
are.
ice, right? Like they're skating
Yeah,
iced
yeah.
on a track.
An ice chute, long ice chute
Yeah,
going
it's almost
downhill.
like going down a water slide on a sled. Basically.
Denny says team sports are a little different, but I'm talking about those specialty events that only a few people ever participate in. It also depends on where you live. Nobody in my area will win skiing. Yeah, we don't do a lot of curling here in Kansas either.
Believe it or not, there's a curling league in Pittsburgh.
Interesting sport for sure.
Mm-hmm. That was starting up about the time I moved away from there.
But speaking of the Olympics, I do have an article I want to look at real well, or can I? No, I can't look at that article. It's a video, not an article. I don't want to watch a video. But basically, after the men won the gold medal Sunday, I guess afterwards, Kash Patel went down to the locker room and celebrated with the athletes.
Yep.
And actually got the president on the phone, and the president was able to talk to the athletes. And now everybody is on social media blasting Kash Patel, basically saying that he took a government plane over there and he's basically using federal money to take a vacation and go see the Olympics. Although officially he was on official duty for part of the security of the Olympic athletes, and he was consulting with some of the Olympic security people. In fact, it's been documented that he was.
And he was also the official representative of the United States for the closing ceremonies.
But yeah, social media is going crazy over Kash Patel. Well, he was also seen drinking a beer with the athletes.
He drank more than one.
Got a picture taken with one of the gold medals around his neck and stuff like that. And I guess the athletes have been invited to the White House for the State of the Union address tomorrow night.
You're talking about the hockey players only?
The hockey players, yes.
Yeah.
And they arrived in Miami this afternoon, I guess. And supposedly, because they can't get flights into the Northeast right now because of the weather situation. So I guess the president said he would send a plane down there to go get them, a military plane or something to go get them. So the women were also invited, but I understand that the women have declined the invitation due to other commitments.
Well, they're not real athletes, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, wow. And this is where we put up the disclaimer that says the views expressed by this panelist are their views only and do not represent the views of Gizzard Gary or anyone else.
Please send all hate mail to GORN at gizzardgary.com. Again, that is GORN at gizzardgary.com.
gunsandbarbecue@gmail.com. There you go. He's probably got a filter set up already to handle the hate mail. So
I do not have a filter. I need to learn how to filter stuff. That way I can filter out the spam.
Grim Reaper Review says we need competitive Karen and Chad competitions. No, we don't. They already have enough competition there. Mr. Bob says I'm picking up a Tomcat 30X Inox tomorrow. There's $100 doll hair rebate on it. Nice. Sandy Vagina says, seems to me there's a pretty high percentage of hot chicks competing in curling. Abigail says, I'd probably be good with hockey. I'd spend a lot of time in the penalty box, but my team would definitely win.
All those scissor fights and say that's a 5-minute penalty.
Probably. Wood says Cash can kick rocks. Evidently not a fan of Mr. Patel there. Packrat's Addict said there will be more hockey players at the State of the Union speech than Democrats. Yes, there will be some empty seats because some of the Democrats are not going to be there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them saying, no, we're not going. We're going to have a rally.
Block 9 wants to know, does Kansas have Atwoods? They are out of Snob State. Oh, we have a lot of North Texas. They have big sales on guns. There are a select few down in the very south part of Kansas. Yes. Not many, but there are some. Fluffy says, I believe 4 or 5 of those hockey players are from Michigan. I thought I saw that someplace.
Wouldn't
That
surprise
makes
me.
sense.
I believe that's true. About 5 or 6 of the women are from Minnesota. I know that from the Minnesota team.
They literally carved that shape into the state or into the shape of a hockey mitt. So,
Goalie glove.
it used to just be a big circle, and then they all put a bunch of money into making it shaped like a big hockey glove.
You're saying it was on purpose?
Yeah.
Sandy says Michigan is just Canada Junior. I call it South Ontario. Yeah. Let's see. Denny says, bunch of childish and immature politicians these days. I repeat, most people cannot handle adult conversations anymore. Abigail wants to know, are the shit libs having another spineless No Kings protest? I don't know. I don't really care if they are. I'm not going.
Yeah, they're having a rally on the mall outside the Capitol building.
Oh, really?
Because of the State of the Union or because of the hockey players?
Because of the State of the Union.
Only Kings have State of the Union addresses.
Yeah.
Now, Packrat's Addict says, I loved what the team did for the team picture. What they did was there was a player on the team that was killed by a drunk driver on the side of the road a few years ago. And his parents and his wife and children were in the crowd. And when they took the team picture, they skated over, brought the kids out to center ice to take the picture with the team, and they had their dad's jersey, which they had in the locker room the entire time. And they brought it out and held it in front of the kids. So, and they had them in the team picture. I thought that was a great gesture to remember their fallen teammate. So.
Yeah, and they had them there when they received their gold medals too.
Yep.
And the player that in question was Johnny Gaudreau. He was a undersized guy. He was only like 5'10", 5'9", 5'10". He was a little guy, but he worked his ass off to become one of the best players in the NHL.
I was 5'10", little. That's probably average.
That's taller than me by quite a bit.
For hockey, that's little.
Man, a lot of your professional athletes are north of 6 foot.
Yeah.
All right.
But very few, I would say very few professional athletes are south of 6 foot.
Limbo, professional limbo. Doesn't pay to be tall when you're professional limbo.
That's a good point.
Abigail says 5'10" is definitely taller than me.
Taller than the average person by a teeny tiny bit.
Packrat says, you can't help being vertically challenged, Gary. No, I can't. Genetics kind of got me there. That and old age didn't help. I mean, I'm probably an inch shorter than I was when I was in high school. But
you can wear kiss boots all the time.
I hear they make pills for that.
Sandy wants to know, are any east of 6 foot? Don't think so.
I didn't hear what that said.
Well, we're talking about north of 6 feet. He wanted to know, are any east of 6 feet? I think that was a human.
Rich is west of 6 foot. He because west goes left.
Oh. Mr. Bob says Brock Nelson was a third-generation Olympic hockey gold medal winner. His grandfather and uncle won gold for the U.S. when they played. That is true. His uncle was on the 80 team, and his grandfather was on the 60 team. the other two teams that won gold medals for the U.S. in hockey. The only two other times. We have not won a gold medal since 1980. So, yeah, 46 years we've been waiting for this.
We've only won 3 gold medals in hockey ever.
Yes.
Yes.
Then I think it's pretty tough for you to go around acting like we're the king of hockey or whatever.
Well, we are now.
For like 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes. Who's been wailing on us? Is it like Russia just owns it, or
lately Canada?
For
Russia,
a while,
Canada,
it was
Sweden,
Russia.
Finland.
Okay, so it's like a bunch
Those
of
are your
countries.
powerhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweden, Finland, Czech Republic, all pretty
Oh, I
strong
forgot about
now.
Czech Republic.
Yeah, and for a couple of times
That's
the U.S.
sad
has won.
because that's like the size of Illinois or some shit. So that
Yeah.
means like 13 people are better than the entire state of the or country of the United
Now,
States.
the heck of it is the pro players are allowed to play now. So a number of these players from all these countries are actually National Hockey League players. So
Yes.
at times you had, well, in the U.S.-Canada game, you had teammates going against each other. You know, they played for the same team in the NHL, but one played for Team Canada and one played for Team USA. So,
Well, I mean, that happens even in basketball now. Actually, I remember years ago, and you can actually find players that will do interviews about this and stuff. Kobe Bryant was talking to his Team USA teammates and was like, hey, right when game starts, they're going to give the ball to Paul, and first thing I'm do is run straight through him. And they're like, that's your teammate. You're not going to do that. And Kobe Bryant, bam, ran straight through him, just stared him down. And they're like, holy cow, he means business. Like, we're here to win and nothing else.
so Abigail asking the question, can you fight in Olympic hockey? No, it is an immediate game misconduct.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the gloves off, I believe is the ruling on that. Although if you are attacked, you are allowed to respond but yeah, it's a game misconduct. So you don't see that kind of stuff like you do in the NHL or.
That's why I don't play Olympic hockey.
Sandy said, I saw there was a guy cut from the Miracle team back in 80 with the same name as a kid who made the winning goal. Denny says, what gets me is you take a 6'4", 250-pound man on skates flying toward the goal, can stop on a dime, skate backwards, spin around like one of the tiny figure skaters, all the while pushing on another dude and holding a big stick.
Yeah, it's cheap by playing hockey since they're like 4 years old, though.
Yeah. Like,
These hockey sticks are not small. They're long pieces of wood.
And Zdeno Chara, by the way, who used to play for the Boston Bruins, was like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, I was going to say he's like 6'9".
He was a big man.
Has there been another person in the league to surpass him, or does he still hold the record for being the largest NHL player ever?
I think he still holds the record for being the largest player and for having the hardest slap shot. 110 miles an hour.
We did mention this last night on Rich's show. Do all that and wear 80 pounds of gear. That's also true. Yeah. Those guys are tough.
Mm-hmm.
And in pretty good physical shape. Now, yes, they do play in shifts. You know, they'll have different lines go out. They'll switch off lines every minute or two and stuff like that to keep their legs fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But except for the poor goalie who's got to sit there and squat for the entire game.
Well, no, there's times where you get to stand up and stretch.
I assume that they take turns like that so that they can drink beer while they're playing.
Probably.
Considering the sport originated in Canada, maybe at the beginning.
Denny says, yes, he still holds the record. He still holds the record for the hardest shot at 108.8 miles per hour. Kentucky Rim Fire.
They can wing a hockey stick or a hockey puck with a. You would think with a stick it go way faster than, because that seems like isn't baseballs that fast?
A hockey puck is a lot heavier than a baseball.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's made out of frozen hard rubber.
Yeah, it's made out of vulcanized rubber, the same stuff they make car tires out of.
Yeah.
And I think the record for a baseball is only like 107. Maybe, or no? Did Nolan Ryan hit 108?
Well, I just thought like
But
regular.
the thing was, when he had done that,
For the better
they
part of his
weren't.
career, they didn't have the guns to.
Well, that's the problem, and that's why that one's disputed. I think Nolan Ryan has the fastest pitch, but it's disputed because they weren't using guns then.
I'm just saying, like pitches are like close to 100 all the time anyway. So I always thought a hockey stick or a puck or whatever could go like 200 or some shit.
No, like who was it that just in this chat said it? Hockey puck's about Mr. Bob said hockey puck weighs about a pound.
Really?
And it's solid.
Yeah.
It's solid.
I picked up hockey pucks before. They don't weigh that much.
Well, take the throwing somewhere. Take the throwing aspect out of it. The average speed of a baseball off of the bat is usually somewhere between 105 to 110 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that would be more equivalent anyway.
Yeah.
But,
okay. But a hockey puck, yeah, it's lighter than that. But once you freeze it and it compacts that and it gets more dense, they actually put more weight on them. I've held a hockey puck that was frozen and one that wasn't frozen. And the one that's frozen, you can physically tell the difference in weight by holding them.
They are actually making baseball bats for the last decade now that they call it I think it's BB Core, better bat coefficient regulation or something like that. But those bats are made where the top speed coming off of the bat is only like 105, 106 miles per hour.
Like it throttles?
Yeah. Let's say the bat's made to, they say it's for safety. It's crap. And the worst part is they put a silk screened thing on the bat, and when that wears off, that is supposed to tell you that either the bat's been tampered with or the bat is no longer safe to use. And part of the reason for that was people would do thing where they call it rolling the bat, which would help break it in, and then you could get ball speeds that were 110 to 115 mile an hour off the bat.
Nice ball speed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's like foam or something in there, I would imagine after you smash on it a bunch of times, like the foam would get smushed and not be as effective, or bouncy or whatever the fuck the character.
Well, that's just for aluminum bats. The wood bats, I don't know if the MLB is really doing anything with those to tamper down the speeds off the bat, but even still, yeah,
we have a troll in the audience. But any of my mods like to take care of the troll out there.
But even still, the
I don't
speeds
really
off,
want to give any. I don't want to give any credence to his questions, so I'm not going to put them on the screen. Sorry about that.
Go ruin another chat. This is my chat to ruin.
That's right. We have somebody who's paid to ruin this chat.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis says
it just so happens
by O'Neill Cruz at 122.9 miles per hour.
That is freaking moving. Holy cow.
Yeah. Vulcan Rumble says Blizzard took out my electricity. Trapped in house by down wires since 5:10 a.m. Eastern. Just woke up. Oh, man.
Dang.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, Alex Parlin has clarified a standard regulation NHL and ice hockey puck weighs between 5.5 and 6 ounces.
That would suck if like the electric lines got downed by the blizzard and you went outside to walk around in the snow and all the snow was electrified because the wires are all stuck in it. Electric snow.
That's still crazy about the hockey puck. Sorry. Like electric snow, that sounds actually kind of fun. But I've held hockey pucks. I would have never guessed that they were 5 to 6 ounces, and that's it.
Yeah, but Yeah, like I said, they feel heavier once they freeze them. Whether they are or not, I don't know.
Sell you people a bunch of gold.
Yeah, when it's when the thing is frozen, it just
freeze it weighs more.
Yeah.
Now we got a dispute out there from
Sandy.
Sandy says, "I'm pretty sure that freezing something won't make it heavier. Harder, heavier. I don't think that's how things work.
It gets denser.
The way it works is if you want a 1 pound thawed Tombstone pizza, you got to buy a 5 pound frozen Tombstone pizza.
Well, let's think about it. Something that's somewhat soft, when it freezes, it's going to contract a little bit. So yes, it's going to feel heavier because it's more compressed. It's going to be slightly smaller once it's frozen than it is.
That which was my point. It feels more solid and heavier.
Yeah, you kind of didn't. You didn't.
Now we know why Gary lost that inch.
Yeah.
So, okay. But yeah, I think we get what you were saying now. Alex Parlin says, while standard pucks are 6 ounce, youth training pucks are lighter at 4 ounces, and heavy training pucks are roughly 10 ounces. So there's different pucks out there. So it depends on what the puck you're talking about.
Use those orange balls all the time too when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, street,
like for the street and stuff.
Yeah, street hockey ball or deck hockey ball. They used to have pucks for deck hockey too, which was like a plastic ring or a rubber ring that had a hollow center that had 3 like bearings in the center of it, so that it would slide on
asphalt
surfaces. Yeah,
yep.
Asphalt, concrete, whatever the playing surface you were on.
Backrat says also freezing them keeps them from sticking to the ice.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if they would have like a warm chunk of rubber, it would sit there and like set on the ice, right? Like melt into the ice a little bit.
Yeah. Sandy said, did he say deck hockey or book hockey? I don't think.
Definitely deck hockey.
I think so. I definitely think so. Well, real quick, we need to talk about something important here, because it's always my pleasure to inform you about gear websites, because they're your source for every second matters. Gun channels, gear, MOID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items. And every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Thanks for the plug.
I put Gear Websites on my pug, and it turned into a bulldog.
I hate it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's play some music.
Oh, who's the chicken that everyone loves? Gizzard Gary, who's 4'2" but stands above. Gizzard Gary, a ton of ex-wives and more to come. Gizzard Gary, who loves to give gifts to everyone. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway.
Hi, folks. Gizzard Gary here. All right, so it is time for the Fowl Territory giveaway. Normally, this would be where I would show you all the stickers and the patches that I'm giving away, but guess what, folks? I didn't get them together today, but it's going to be pretty much
fake.
The same stickers and the same patches that I give away every week. So, what was you going to say?
Fake.
Fake?
There's no examples. This is all a bunch of
fake. If normally you'd have to sit through 3 minutes of me holding up the same stickers in front of the camera so you could see them and, telling you how great they are. And there are some great stickers in there. There's a sticker and a patch from the good folks at XS Sights, the fastest sights in any light. We like those people. And plenty of stuff from our friend DM Foss, because he does some funny stickers and stuff like that. And we got a patch from Gun Owners of America and all kinds of cool stuff. And the winner of tonight's giveaway will receive a $20 Chick-fil-A card. Now, if that winner happens to be a channel member, then I add $5 to that and it becomes a $25 Chick-fil-A gift card. So with that being said, we're going to show you the StreamYard giveaway tool. And it's probably a good thing we're cutting this a little short because we're a little late getting this going because we've been talking so long. But we've had some good discussion. But there's your hashtag, #FT348. Give you another minute or so to enter the giveaway. Got 21 people entered. According to StreamYard, we have 30 viewers. 30
Nice.
and they're all on YouTube. No viewers on Facebook or on X. Now I have 31 viewers. So if you are the viewer who just came in, get your hashtag in real quick. I see Smoking Joe out there. I see Steven Sheets, the singing cowboy, is out there. All
Howdy,
right.
Steven.
It's always good to see Steven. Good to see all of you here, as a matter of fact. So another few seconds, and then we will get going on this giveaway. J Delta just got his hashtag in. We've got 23 entries. And let's go ahead and get ready to give that stuff away. I have to do my drum roll, and then we'll pick a winner. So here we go. All right, so who will tonight's winner be? Will it be a new winner or an old winner? It's going to be Denny's Plant-Based Journey. All right. So, Denny, are you still here? You do have to be present to win, present at the time of the giveaway. So, give us a chat out there if you're still here, Denny, and let us know. He is there. He says, "Are you kidding me? I am not kidding you. You are the winner chicken dinner."
Yeah.
Very
he just
cool.
got his Wednesday chicken dinner paid for.
Yeah, I'm going to pay for your chicken dinner, man. How about that?
All right.
Heck yeah. And he is a channel member too, by the way. So
Ooh.
$25. Very, very cool. And
So Gary. Oh, I was just going to ask if I could do a public service announcement before you go into the next segment.
Yeah, let me go ahead. I want to say real quick, congratulations to Denny's Plant-Based Journey for being the winner chicken dinner. Let me go ahead and get this graphic off the screen, and I will let you have the floor for a moment.
Hello, folks. When was the last time that you took your concealed carry license out of your wallet and took a look at it? Did you check that everything is up to date on it? Did you check the expiration dates? If not, maybe you might want to do that soon. I actually took mine out today to find out it expired yesterday.
Oh no!
Right? I was like, that's ironic.
Yeah, mine expires on my birthday.
I don't remember why mine does not expire on my birthday. Either way, I was like, go figure.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead. And as is popular nowadays, we're going to transition here at Fowl Territory. We're going to transition to our next segment of the show, which we call Show Us Your GORN. And this is where viewers send GORN to me. That can be pictures of your firearms, pictures of your family, pictures of your cat or your dog if you want to, or funny stuff within reason. Send that to GORN@GizzardGary.com. You can email that to GORN@GizzardGary.com. Or if you're a member of my Discord, that's at discord.gizzardgary.com. There is a GORN channel right there. And you can just submit your stuff that way and not have to worry about email. And I know we happen to have some stuff on the Discord channel right now because I saw it come in earlier in the week. So let's see. Yeah, this one right here. This came from DM Foss. So let's take a look at it on the Discord. Take a look at the grip on that, will you?
Snoopy.
I think that's the one he got from Yankee Marshall. Is that the one he got from Yankee?
Probably.
Snoopy out there looking for the Red Baron.
I like that.
I like that a lot. Is that an R&L Displays? I think that is.
It is.
Might be. Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Parlin says, did Gizzard say he was transitioning? In a manner of speaking, yes. Fluffy says, I did that once it was expired for a few months, and I bought a few pistols. I had to go redo the paperwork for them pistols. Oh, no. Kentucky Rimfire Justice says, I'm not big on transitioning, but you do, you big guy. Not that kind of transitioning. It's just a term. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Let's see. I don't know that we had anything come in on the email for GORN. I do not see anything yet anyway. So Chris Lang just jumped in. I haven't seen Chris in a while. Hello, Chris. So, no, don't get too excited about me transitioning. I'm going to be the same old Gizzard I always was. Ozzy says mine expires February 2028. Denny says, took mine out today. Mine expires on my birthday, but I have to do it this year, every 5 years. Yeah, I think mine's 5 years too.
Yeah, ours is 5 or 6, but mine was shorter in length because we moved after I had initially got it. So I had to.
Pack Rat says, I need to get a new one since I moved to Texas. That's true. Grim Reaper said, sent my GORN last week. Yeah, you did. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see. Why am I having trouble? That's definitely not it. Let's see. Get back here. 218. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's see what Justin sent me. And it says, guns won't fill the emptiness of your soul. You'll also need ammo. So true. So true. Let's see. I think something just came in because I heard the ding on my email. So that or I just won the lottery, one or the other. And then this was sent to us. Well, hit the right button, it will. By none other than Midnight Range TM. You guys remember him?
Whoa.
No.
It
Never heard
says,
of it.
Doesn't sound familiar.
and the email says, this Jacama better calm the hell down or it's about to get real.
It's pronounced Hikama.
Hikama?
Mhm.
What the Hikama is that? Jicama
like
is the
that.
way it's spelled.
Yeah, Hikama. It's kind of like a radish. So when you
Okay.
slice that open, it's like a white radish type of thing. I don't think it's anywhere near as radishy as a radish. It's a little bit more like somewhere between a radish and a potato, maybe, or a radish and anyway, it's like a giant radish, but I don't think it tastes as radishy.
So it's milder, is what you're trying to say.
Milder, yeah.
I'd have to try one. Wonder if that's something.
Oh,
you
you've
get
had it
around.
on a salad bar, maybe.
Okay.
It's often in a salad bar, kind of like carrots chopped up like carrots, julienne, or French.
I may
whatever
have
they
had
call
it and just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It's possible. Ozzy sent me something. I'm there. Here we go.
Kind of like a
Okay.
turnip. That's the way to say it, yeah. Then he's saying it's like a turnip. I've never eaten a turnip, but I'm guessing it's like a turnip.
Turnips are okay. Not my favorite, but again, this is from Ozzy Orsborn. EDC dump, he says. You get that comment off screen so you can see. There you go. So very nice. You got your He's got a skinny black knife. Looky
You got
here.
a picture of the thing that somebody sent us? But maybe Ozzy should consider making some little pocket pouch things to put the knives and lights and stuff in.
Oh, I
You got a
bet he
picture
could
of that?
make knife pouches. I mean, it'd be fairly similar to a mag pouch like that. So,
Mhm.
You got a picture of that one that they just sent us like last month or last couple of weeks ago? You know
I'd
what I'm
have
talking
to
about?
look for it because it would
Oh,
be.
okay. I thought maybe
What
had it
was
handy.
that? That was from O Knife. Hold on. O Sleeve. What was it called? Oh, let's see. Yeah, I do. Hold on here.
I don't remember if it was O Light or O Knife or O somebody. Somebody sent it to us. Right?
I can basically put my thumbnail on a screen. Hold on. There's what you're talking about, basically.
Mhm.
And it was designed that a flat flashlight would fit over in this pocket, and then a pocket knife in this pocket, and I believe a pen in the center pocket.
Mhm.
It's just kind of a stitched on piece of light leather on the front to hold a pen.
Going back to Midnight's picture, Calamity says she makes keto fries out of those.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to have to try them now. I'll bet you have to go to the big city to get those. I bet you
Jicama?
can't get those in Smallville grocery store.
It's like a turnip. They can grow that anywhere all the time, so I'm sure it's everywhere.
Okay, so I got this from, I believe it is Smoking Joe. And no caption on the email, but that does appear very Glock-like.
Yeah, that
Barbecue leave.
Did he?
send
Yeah,
a
he can't handle 10mm Glocks.
it's a
Oh, yeah.
Glock. You know, the Glock. He ran from the Glock.
10 millimeter, yeah. Nice.
He put up a Glock and he had to go and check his underwear.
Probably. All right. Okay, let's see. Grim Reaper says knife light and pen holder. Some Mexican places use them in their food. Okay. Sandy says they're sweet and taste like pears.
I don't know about all that.
Interesting.
Like a bad pair.
A spicier pear, maybe.
Pear of something, anyway.
I mean, maybe there's different types for sure. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
there's-
know.
yeah,
The only
it's
time I ever
probably-
see it is when it was like popular in the 90s to put it in salad bars, so you'd see it all the time. Like, say it's like a white radish looking. I guess turnip is probably the better way to look at it, but it would always be like shredded. So I have no idea if it's maybe if you bake it, maybe it does get sweet.
Now, how'd you say you pronounce that?
Well, we call it jicama down here.
Jicama. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Okay, so Denny wants to know, are the used Glocks in your area climbing in price? Man, I was at a gun shop in Lubbock on Saturday, and the prices were so high for used Glocks. I thought I better sell all mine. It was double the money.
Around here, a used Glock fetches almost as much as a new one,
Yeah,
and it's
not
been that
that
way
much
for a
difference.
while.
Pack Rats Addict says they are not spicy at all.
They're not spicy. Whatever you call radish. Like, I don't know if that's
Mhm.
spicy necessarily. Horseradishy, whatever radish is.
I love radishes. Think we got another email that's downloading here, so.
Of course, it has
Speak-
been forever since I've even thought about eating one, so I might be confusing it with something else.
Okay, so another email from Smoking Joe. And there's a whole bunch to digest in this email or in this picture.
Now we're talking. You gonna be
You
able
got
to
a little
zoom
bit
in
of
this?
everything in there. Can
And
I?
Jacob thought he had a lot of knives.
Yeah, let's rotate that.
These
Might be
are
a
all
little
from
easier to
Gizzard's Wednesday shows.
see. Yeah, it's all Jacob stuff probably. Make it a little easier to see. Let's see what all we got there. Oh wow, that's a lot of knives.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Big ones, little ones. It's got at least one molded tool there, I see. Oh, there's some stuff. Yeah, some stuff off the edge here. That is quite the collection. Not real sure what Minnie Mouse has to do with all this, but
I think that's just a toy box.
probably. Probably didn't have room in his other rooms. He had to find a room in his house that had some floor space.
If you got a bunch of knives and you want to put them somewhere where nobody's looking for a knife, a Minnie Mouse toy box might be the perfect place.
Well, that's true. Good place to hide them for sure. Backrat says, we're starting to get that many, thanks to Gary. Yeah, a lot of people can say that. Okay. Chris Lang says, that's a knife. Which one? Calamity says, wow, knife heaven. Yeah, there's a few knives out there for sure. Okay, we do have another email here. This time it is from Chris Lang. So hold on here. And he says, Bushmaster XM15 on the range at 200 with open sights and 4X fixed. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we just... Okay, and then we got another one from Justin Grimm here. And I think you might like this one. So hold on a second. It is specifically for Calamity Jane. So I hope Calamity's here because this GORN's for you. And you'll see why when I put it on the screen. Because it says Calamity Jane right on the side of it. How about that? Yeah. Nice.
Quad 50 anti-aircraft setup. Nice. World War II era.
Very cool. Okay, let's see. And I think, unless something comes in last minute, that's it for the GORN this evening. So we're going to go ahead and I know we did it once already, but we're going to transition one last time to our last segment of the show called What Did You Learn? And in this segment, we ask each of our participants what they learned during tonight's show. And then we let them plug their channels or whatever else they want to plug. Starting with you, Rich, what did you learn tonight? Hello?
I'm thinking. I don't know. I learned what that vegetable that Midnight Rain sent the picture in was.
Jicama.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I learned. I learned what that is because I don't remember ever seeing one of those before.
Do you guys know what kohlrabi is?
A what?
Kohlrabi?
No.
No.
I think I'm mixing the two up. Kohlrabi is, oh man, like a turnip also. I guess it's called a German turnip or turnip cabbage. I think I might be mixing them up. At least I'm thinking of the flavor of kohlrabi, and I'm looking at the jicama because I don't know if I've ever, like I said, it's not like I went to the store and went, oh, look at that juicy jicama. I'm going to buy it and take it home and prepare it. Like if I was on a salad bar, I'm like, I wonder what that is. Ugh, that must be jicama.
Well, what have you got coming up on your channel, Rich?
We got this show called This Week Unloaded. It's on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Unloaded Media channel. And you don't know what we're going to talk about on there. I don't even remember what we talked about last night. Oh, did we talked about the hockey game, right?
We did a little bit once I got there. I got there late.
Oh, yeah. And we talked about the situation in Mexico before you got there. So, but, yeah.
Sandy says kohlrabi tastes like broccoli and cucumber mixed. Danny says, I learned that in a couple of weeks, Gary is buying my Wednesday night after church pre-show supper. I really appreciate it. I'll eat 2 sandwiches that night. Thank you. Absolutely. All right. Well, is that it for your channel, Rich?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Let's go to G-Webs. What did you learn tonight?
Well, dang it. He ruined it. I was going to say that barbecues is scared of 10 millimeters so much that he ran out of here, but then he came back.
Well, we took the picture off screen. It's safe now.
But I've been dealing with, I don't know what I got going on. I either drank something bad today or I ate something bad. I think I might have drank some bad milk, but I've been suffering through the show. I'm going to end up saying this and then booking out of here and laying down. So it's been... All
righty. Well, go ahead and plug what you want to plug, and thanks for being here.
Plug thanks for showing up, or thanks for doing the show and sending the links.
Oh, you bet. All right.
Yeah, it just might be having to do Gary's show though, G-Ups. I had to take some stomach medicine before we went live too. So
everybody who does this show eventually gets sick. That's true. All righty. Guns and Barbecue. What did you learn tonight?
I learned that women are not real athletes. And I did not hear anybody dispute that.
Boy.
Which confirmed it.
Once again, the views expressed by this panelist are their views only and do not represent the views of Gizzard Gary or anyone else. All right. So, what have you got coming up on your channel?
I would say a live show on Thursday, but I don't know if I can actually go live on Thursday right now because we learned a phrase last Thursday that apparently you're not allowed to say on the YouTubes. So my stream was pulled down very quickly by the YouTubes. Go figure.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah. So really nothing. I've got a photo shoot that I did this past Friday. So I'm editing that. I've still got wrestling photos to edit. I still got Thunder on the Prairie photos to edit. I really need to just crack down, stop procrastinating, and get all this editing done. So, yeah, that's about it.
All righty. Well, thank you for being here. And at this time, let's see. What did I learn? Nothing, really. I never learned anything. Agorizer says, dang, fell asleep and missed it. Well, you can always watch a replay. But that's what I got coming up. Well, if you're a channel member of mine, which a lot of my viewers are, don't forget Wednesday night, the members only chat where we give away one of the pocket knives that I've reviewed in the past. I haven't picked it yet, so I don't know which one it'll be, but it will not be the O-Knife U1 Ultra because I already gave both those away. So it'll be something different. And then once again, next Monday night, every Monday night at 9:00 p.m., Fowl Territory comes back at you. So I want to thank everybody out there for watching, regardless of what platform you're watching on, whether it is YouTube, Facebook, or X. I actually went on the right platforms this week. So, yeah, thanks for watching. If you watch in replay, thanks for doing that also. I know not everybody can be here live. That's fine. Special thanks to my panelists. Thanks to everybody who submitted GORN and everybody who was out there participating in the chat. We appreciate you being out there because you're part of the show too. And a special thanks to all my channel members that are scrolling across the screen extra fast thanks to a new feature from StreamYard where you can speed up the ticker for certain messages, which is good for a long message like this one. So if it looks like it's going by really fast, it's supposed to be. So you don't have to wait 5 minutes to see your name on there. But anyway, thanks to all you channel members for everything you do to support the channel. I certainly do appreciate it. And as always, I like to leave every week with this. If anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, I always say, give them the bird, because that's the thing to do. So anyway, this is Gizzard Gary, and I and my panel are about to tell you good night so we can get out of here. So, panelists, let's tell them good night, shall we?
Good night, shall we?
We shall not.
And hopefully my end credits will play, because my opener didn't play tonight. So if the end credits don't play, it's not my fault. They're supposed to. But anyway, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.